Welcome everyone to the season opener of FRIL in Season 3 here in Blue Wallaby Park. It has been 2 months since the curtains closed on a magnificent Season 2 and that had a title fight drawn to the very last race. Blue Wallaby Park has 19 different corners, including 2 very tight chicanes located at turn 7 and turn 10, where the drivers will need to navigate their way around for 27 difficult racing laps. Today there is a 20% chance of rain, which means that there will be very little chance of rain this weekend. However, they do have very little elevation change as well, which means that they will be very lucky that that won't be a serious challenge for them. We've got 2 long DRS zones on the run to turn 1 and the run to turn 14, which will both definitely be of good use for the drivers to gain an extra 15 km per hour of straight line speed down those 2 back straights. Melbourne was the capital city of Australia from 1901 to 1927. Canberra is now the capital city of Australia since 1927. Australia won its first FIFA World Cup game since beating Serbia 2-1 in the 2010 World Cup. They have since gone 7 games without a World Cup win. So here's our starting grid for today's exciting race. Chris starts from pole position with a 1:15 dead. He has Outguard alongside him in the Williams, very close qualifying yesterday. And we've got Sivip starting on 3rd for McLaren, Razor in 4th for Red Bull. 5th we have Tronex on his debut for Mercedes, making it into Q3. Romza for the new team Lotus starting in 6th. Dom and Evan lock out the 4th row for a full Alpine 4th row. AMW and Jerry line up on the 5th row. Looking at the 6th row, we have Zinx and Trexton for AlphaTauri, followed by Delta, who will be alone on that 7th row of the grid as Jazzy was disqualified from qualifying. We're going to be having 5 red lights ahead of the drivers for the start of this Australian Grand Prix. And it's going to be lights out and away we go. We've got a tentative start for the front 2 there. It looks like Sivip's made a very good start there. He's already up into the lead. And now we've got the Mercedes of Tronex going down the inside of Chris there. Trying to make a good move into the first corner now. But we've got the Alpine and the Red Bull is going 3 wide. Almost 3 abreast there, going into the end of the first sector. But it's Sivip who leads the way now. Evan now is up into 2nd place, fighting Tronex for that position. And then we have the Red Bull of Chris, who's lost a few positions. There's a Lotus in the back there cutting the chicane. But we have Sivip leading. This gap is not very big. He's only just about ahead of the drivers as they foul their way through the chicane carefully there. Looks like everyone's made it out scot-free there. Sivip has maintained his lead now, but he's got Chris right behind him, hot on his heels now. As we go down the back straight, the gap is only a 10th between them. A lot of vision lag going on right now as the drivers are battling for position, but it looks like Chris is now ahead of Sivip. So Chris, in all of that vision lag there, manages to get past. Outguard now having a look at Sivip there, couldn't quite make it work now. Maybe through the final 2 corners, but it looks like he's a bit too far back. But Sivip has made a mistake, and that's going to cost him a position as Chris hits the wall. He got squirrely on the curb there, hits the wall, and he's lost 2 positions now. I think he's down to 4th maybe, even maybe 5th down behind Tronex. But now it's Outguard and Sivip fighting away for this lead. So Romza actually had a really good first sector, middle sector here, as he's currently fighting with Sivip for that 3rd place here. And he's actually managed to get past both Evan and Tronex. So good start, good first few laps for Romza here. He made a mistake in qualifying by not finishing his lap there. But he's made amends for it so far. He's currently in 3rd place. Goes a little wide on that chicane though, on the corner there. Romza now. Can he ever go in the double chicane? Sorry, the 2nd chicane. as they go through. Oh, Romza hitting the curb there. Actually, now Chris is going for a move down here to the back straight now. He's gonna have DRS access, I think, but he probably won't be using it. As they go now down towards the middle sector, the gap is a tenth of a second. Outguard got a cut, I think, maybe at the chicane, and that's cost him a lot of time there. As now Ramza is trying to close up. I think he's actually caught up now to Chris. Outguard looks like he's pulled away now from Chris again, but can Chris try to defend from Ramza now? These two getting ever so close now through to the final corner, and Ramza takes second place as they're both going to be deploying ERS down this back straight. It's going to be crucial to see which one of these two can get out in front now as they go down towards turn 14 now. Can Outguard stay ahead? It looks like he is still alongside the Lotus car, and the Lotus car edging ahead now as they enter the corners, the final corners now. Ramza pulls up ahead, and can he gain a full car length ahead? Yes, he can. So that's Ramza now into the lead of this race. Chris now, these two are fighting for that second place. Ramza now is into the pits as Chris is also now into the pits. So that's gonna leave Outguard out to dry now. Ramza and Chris both coming in on the same lap here. Maybe Outguard could be stretching those tires a little bit longer to try and go for a one-stopper here, maybe to hard tires. Ramza goes to the hard tires, and Chris, he's on another set of mediums, so Chris committing to the two-stop then. We'll have some strategy play. Oh, both of them are coming into the pits as well, so it's going to be a double stack for Alpine. And Tronex is also in, so Outguard also in, so Zinx is in as well, so everyone is coming in now, I would presume, for the hard tires. Maybe we could see a few drivers going onto the softs or the mediums again, maybe to try and go for a two-stopper here. Evan is on the soft tires, so that's going to be an aggressive strategy for him. Dom is also on the soft tires, so Alpine have chosen not to split the strategy there. Chris, what has happened to Chris? He's lost his front wing. Chris has lost his front wing out in second place. And that's now sent him behind the two Alpine cars. He must have made a mistake in that first chicane. And that's now sent him down to fourth place. He's going to be losing so much time there. We'll be seeing whether Jerry can try to get past here, as the two Alpines, as predicted, they have come in on this lap for likely another set of soft tires, as well as Outguard. So Outguard, I forgot that he was on the medium tires there. So he also probably would have had to make an extra stop anyway. So that now has elevated Tronex into a lofty second place now. And Jesse and Jerry, they've actually gone past them. So Jerry has actually managed to undercut them as he's trying to get past Jesse now for this position here. Jesse definitely on very worn tires compared to Jerry now, who will be probably blasting by now and giving him a cheery little wave as he takes now that third place. So Jerry up into the podium position. So AlphaTauri's strategy to get him up into the podium positions has seemed to work so far. There is Ramza. He's coming out of the pits now. He's only just come out ahead of Evan and Jerry. So this has opened up the race a little bit now. If Evan and Jerry can somehow muster up some pace out there to try and close up to Ramza, who's made a mistake there. And that sees Evan fighting for the lead now through the first sector. Evan takes the lead of this Australian Grand Prix. Evan goes wide at the hairpin there. That's going to cost him some time through the second chicane. Evan goes wide, and that's going to be Ramza now into the lead of this race again. Comes around towards the final corners now. He's going to see the checker flag and win his second race in his career and win the Australian Grand Prix. Does a backflip over the line as he wins the Australian Grand Prix. Evan comes home for second place. And Dom comes home for a double podium for Alpine in third place. Outguard comes across in fourth place, just couldn't quite catch up to Dom. So Ramza wins the Australian Grand Prix, Evan finishes in second, Dom comes home in third for a double Alpine podium. And in the Drivers' Championship, as expected, Ramza takes the lead, Evan in second, Dom in third. But in the Constructors' Championship, Alpine now lead by 7 points over Lotus with 33 points with Red Bull in third. So that's going to be it then for the first race of Season 3, but make sure you come back this week for New Zealand with a sprint race this Sunday.